Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. In this presentation, we'll be talking about how to create a resume that passes Applicant Tracking Systems. The title of our session is ATS-Friendly Resume, and we'll also touch on some key strategies to make sure your resume gets noticed. Over the next few slides, I'll guide you through practical tips and best practices. So, let's get started and make your resume stand out in the right way. So here's an important point to understand about ATS, or Applicant Tracking Systems. Basically, before a recruiter even gets to see your resume, it's scanned and sorted by this software. It acts as a first line of screening. The ATS looks for specific keywords and phrases that match the job description, which helps filter out candidates. It also checks the formatting of your resume, making sure it's in a way the system can read easily. This means using standard fonts, clear headings, and simple layouts. The key idea here is that your resume needs to be optimized for these systems so you don't get overlooked early on. Understanding how ATS works is crucial because it shapes how you should craft your resume. If you want to get past this initial filter, knowing what the system scans for is essential. It's all about making sure your resume gets noticed by the real person behind the screen. Most resumes are actually rejected before a human even has a chance to review them. That's where ATS, or Applicant Tracking Systems, come into play. They help increase your chances of getting shortlisted by screening resumes automatically. So, understanding why an ATS-friendly resume matters is crucial in today's job market. When your resume is optimized for ATS, it means it's more likely to pass those initial filters and land in front of a hiring manager. This step is essential because it directly impacts whether your application gets noticed or overlooked. Throughout this presentation, we're going to focus on how to craft resumes that are not only compelling, but also ATS-friendly, giving you a better shot at your dream job. When preparing your resume, it's best to use common file formats like docx or simple PDFs. These formats are universally accessible and easy for employers to review. It's important to avoid using complex elements such as tables, text boxes, or graphics, as they can sometimes cause formatting issues or be distracting. Sticking to clean, straightforward formatting ensures your resume is clear and professional. Also, choose a simple, easy-to-read font like Arial, Calibri, or Times New Roman. These fonts are widely accepted and convey a professional image. Remember, the goal is to present your information in the most accessible and polished way possible. Following these guidelines helps your resume stand out for all the right reasons. And of course, always aim for the best resume format to make a strong first impression. Let's take a closer look at the key sections of a strong resume. First up is the professional summary. This is your chance to quickly highlight your main skills, experience, and what you bring to the table. It should be clear and compelling to catch the employer's attention right away. Next, skills. Here, you want to list relevant abilities that match the job description. Think about both hard skills, like technical expertise, and soft skills, such as communication or teamwork. This section helps showcase your qualifications at a glance. Then we have work experience. This is the core of your resume, where you detail your previous roles, responsibilities, and achievements. Focus on quantifiable results and specific contributions to demonstrate your value. Following that is education. Include your degrees, certifications, and any ongoing learning that supports your professional growth. Make sure this section is neat and easy to follow. Speaking of certifications, they can really set you apart. They show your commitment to continuous development and specialized knowledge in your field. Finally, it's important to remember the correct resume sections. Proper organization and clear labels make it easier for hiring managers to find the information they need. When all these sections come together well, your resume becomes a powerful tool in your job search. Let's talk about the importance of using keywords from the job description. When you're tailoring your application or preparing for an interview, it's crucial to match your skills exactly with the keywords listed. This means including specific skill names that are relevant to the role. However, it's equally important to avoid keyword stuffing, which can come across as unnatural or insincere. Remember, keywords are important because they help your application pass through applicant tracking systems and catch the attention of hiring managers. By carefully selecting and incorporating these keywords, you demonstrate that you understand the role and possess the necessary skills, which ultimately strengthens your overall presentation and candidacy. Let's take a closer look at how we can effectively communicate our achievements on this slide. The structure we're using is action verb plus skill, tool, and result. This format helps us clearly showcase what we did, how we did it, and what the outcome was. For example, instead of just saying led projects, we specify led 5 plus IT projects ensuring on-time delivery. It's about making our impact clear and measurable. When you're describing your experiences, start with a strong action verb like led, developed, or implemented. Then, mention the skill involved, such as project management or data analysis. Follow that with the specific tools used, like project management software or analytics platforms. Finally, highlight the result. What was achieved? Did it improve efficiency, save costs, or boost sales? This approach not only demonstrates your capabilities, but also ties everything back to the overall theme of results-driven performance. It makes your story compelling and easy to follow. Remember, the goal is to show how your skills and tools directly contributed to tangible outcomes. Keep it conversational, confident, and focused on the value you brought to each project. Now, let's take a look at some common pitfalls that can really hurt your applicant tracking system performance. First up, headers and footers. Including these in your documents or resumes can confuse the ATS, making it harder for it to parse your information correctly. It's best to keep these simple or avoid them altogether. Next, Canva templates. While they might look great visually, many Canva templates are not ATS-friendly because they often include graphics or formatting that the system can't read. Stick to clean, straightforward formats to ensure your content gets properly scanned. Icons and images are another tricky area. Using too many icons or images can disrupt the ATS's ability to extract relevant information. Remember, these systems are designed to read text, so keep your resume primarily text-based. Unclear job titles can also cause issues. If your job titles aren't specific or standard, the ATS might not recognize the role or match it with the right keywords. Be precise and use common titles whenever possible. Finally, these mistakes, headers, templates, icons, unclear titles, highlight how small details can significantly impact your chances. They connect to the overall theme of optimizing your application for ATS. The goal is to ensure your resume is as clear and straightforward as possible, making it easy for the system, and ultimately the recruiter, to understand your qualifications. When customizing your resume for each job, it's really important to tailor your content to match the specific role and company. This shows the employer that you've taken the time to understand what they're looking for and that you're genuinely interested. Keep your language simple and clear, so your key messages stand out without any confusion. Remember, many companies use Applicant Tracking Systems, or ATS, to scan resumes before they even reach a human. So, use keywords and phrases from the job description to make your resume ATS-friendly. At the same time, make sure it's also easy for recruiters to read and understand quickly. Now, as a final tip, always review your resume to ensure it's customized, clear, and optimized for both ATS and human eyes. Doing this can make a big difference in getting your resume noticed and landing that interview. Follow for more resume and career tips. Thank you all so much for being part of this journey today. I hope you found these insights helpful and inspiring as you work towards your professional goals. Remember, building a strong resume and developing your career is an ongoing process, and staying connected can make a big difference. So, if you want to stay updated with more tips and advice, be sure to follow and stay engaged. Thanks again for your time and attention. Wishing you all the best in your career endeavors.